Good morning, good morning, good morning. So it's 8:30. If you're looking to see if I was going to be around at, if you're looking to see what was going to be around at, say, 6:30, 6:45, 7, 7:15, 7:30, one of my usual start times, you can see I didn't make it. So same with was it yesterday? No, not yesterday. The day before. Uh, but yeah, I just when I work from home I'm slow, but and I didn't even go run today. I didn't do anything. I'm just actually I went to the gym. I was planning to stream from the gym, and I went. I was getting ready to get into go do my sauna warm up, and I noticed, hey, I don't have my workout clothes here. I just had the shorts I was wearing, but they're kind of a lot long, heavy basketball shorts. They're my Bronco shorts. Just they're casual wear. Short. I mean, they're shorts I would wear, sort of athletic, but not. I wouldn't want to work out in them. I don't like really long shorts. I go down to my knees for working out. Those are just kind of like I sit around the house kind of shorts, and uh, and then the shirt I was wearing was just this long sleeve kind of baggy shirt, and again didn't really want to work out in that. Would have been annoying. So yeah, I didn't. As a result, I did not stay there. So I did my. I went. I said. I went ahead and sat in the sauna, and then I decided to come home and say, all right, well, let's do my workout at home. Today was supposed to be a light day anyway. So uh, that's fine. I'm still doing the recovery thing. Um, it's, I'll call it Freeform Thursday. I'm going to try and do some core, a little yoga. And a little yoga. So basically the same thing I did before. It is not Athleon X. I am taking a break from Athleon X, not because I have any particular disdain for it, or even though I kind of feel like it's getting repetitive and a little bit on the side. I am not holding that against it. I didn't stop for that reason. I'm not planning to quit or not finish it. I am just recovering. The shoulder's been really sore. It's kind of like I can't. It's like real this muscle right behind the shoulder. I don't know, strained it or whatever. It's been getting a lot better. It's still a little off. I figured, well, if I was thinking about trying to swim and see how it felt during the swim, but just moving my arm up felt a little tender still. So I'm still holding off on uh, doing any kind of shoulder stuff. And all the Athleon X workouts currently are using shoulders. So it doesn't. It's not like one of those things where you can focus on a body part. Like, hey, let's do legs. I did legs yesterday at the gym, but I did not do an Athleon X workout because they don't just do legs. They do other stuff that might get your shoulders really involved, and I didn't want to do that. So I decided, nope, let's do my own thing. The day before, I didn't want to do the regen because the regens are boring. Yeah, I'm sorry, the Athleon X, after 3 months of doing the exact same regens, I'm basically you do the same thing. You're doing jump rope and you're doing the shoulder. I mean, there are form ones. I'll probably do a couple of them. Maybe I'll do them once a week um, from here on out. But they they're just old. I don't want to do them anymore. Anything I have to do for 4 months straight just seems repetitive. And that's pretty much it. I'm in phase four, right? So it's basically the fourth month. It it might be the 3.5 month because I think you do like a 2 or 3 week phase one, and then that's just kind of like getting your body going, and then you do phase two, which is a full month, phase three, which is a full month, and then phase four, which I think is also a full month. But so while I'm doing a little bit of recovery here, same thing I had to do once before back in July when I hurt my back. I kind of went off off book a little bit while I tried to do other things, or I went really light on the Athleon X workouts. Here, I just want to give my shoulders a break, let them heal, let them recover from their strain. I think it'll probably be fine next week, or at least close enough. I did do one Monday, and I just like, yeah, I don't want to make it worse. It wasn't as bad as it was over the weekend. It's pretty bad. And even after I did that workout, it didn't really get worse. It just was enough that I just, yeah, I'm gonna give it a week off. So, meanwhile, it's 8:30, and I want to do about 40 minutes of exercise. So I'm kind of pushing my luck. I'm gonna do core. I'm gonna do freeform core. So I'm gonna do my own things. I'm not gonna do any particular person's workout. I'm just gonna do the things I like to do. Kind of let you see what those are. You can see I have JFit up. I don't know if it even has a couple of the workouts I do. I do these. I do kickbacks, what I call them, parallel bar kickbacks. I like them for low back work. I'll do some crunches, stuff I can put on here because I do have those. I don't even know if they have. I don't even know if parallel bar kickbacks exist in the world. Not well. Okay, they do exist. They're not called that, and they're probably not on JFit because I don't think JFit has them. I could be wrong, but if you do calisthenics, I think they're probably something you would see in a calisthenics workout. Gym type stuff. Really, what it is, it's about strengthening the lower back, getting you to that point where maybe someday you can do what do they call them, a parallel bar planche. But I can't do that because I don't have the core strength yet. It's a very, very intensive core strength workout. I haven't mastered the lock the arms bit. When you do that parallel bar, you're supposed to get your arms out there, and then you basically twist them out, and you're supposed to lock your arms. So, and then they stay locked, and you do the lift. And I don't know why that's the way you have to do it. I feel like that's risky. I mean, I feel like you're putting a lot of strain on your elbows, right? I mean, you're locking a joint, and that feels like, why are you doing that? Why is that better? So don't bend your arms. I mean, I watched some of these other calisthenics guys. There was one, I can't remember his name, but Jesse James on YouTube. He's I don't know, he looks like he's in his, late 20s? Something like that. No, maybe mid 20s. And he has a friend who does calisthenics, and they've done some videos together over the last couple of years. Hey, Crossbow. And that's kind of workout I like to do too. I like to every now and then try to get something calisthenic-y in there. I am not very strong in a lot of those areas, so of course, and that kind of body strength where you have full what do you call it, core, shoulder strength, body strength, upper body strength, lower body strength, where you can do things where you can just lift your own body. So, and I'm not talking about just getting up off a chair. I'm talking about literally lifting your body for whatever purpose, onto your arms, onto your legs, onto whatever you're doing. Typically, it comes down to doing things that look like they are not a balanced thing. So you're forcing your body to lift it. So like if your arms could be in the middle of your body, literally in the middle, holding your body up wouldn't be that big of a deal because you'd be able to stiffen yourself and it'd be a balance thing. But when you do things like a planche or you're doing stuff like that, your body's center point strength is on your shoulders. So you might lean forward a little bit and get some of that balance in, but ultimately it's still over your shoulders and your chest, and your core has to hold your body up. So if your back is strong and your chest is strong, arms just need to be kind of support. They're kind of the lock point. But you need that super strong core. You need strong glutes. You need a very stable, strong set of muscles in order to lift your body up in a way that appears to be out of balance. So I mean, like you could not balance a pencil on the end where the tip is. So you couldn't. If the pencil's this long, you couldn't balance it here. Well, that's essentially what you're doing when you're doing a planche. You're balancing yourself on your shoulders, but you're not balancing. You're using muscle strength to lift yourself up. Pencils don't have that. They're not going to lift themselves up on whatever you're balancing them on. So that's kind of what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and do 40 minutes. That means I'm going to get done at 9:20, which means I need to get my butt moving. And like I said, this is going to be pretty much free form. It's going to be slow. It's going to be casual. So again, today will be another chit chat day. Just kind of talking. Hopefully, I keep moving. Stay on topic if at all possible. See if I can do that. For now, I'll put my chat window over here simply because I'm not going to do the yoga stuff just yet. We'll worry about that next. And I can always shift it over, move the yoga stuff over. I am going to use my JFit where it's possible. This is my, wait, is it the right one? Core. Okay. So I'm going to do a variety of this stuff. That's all it is. This is my free form. Like I said, if you want to ever see my workouts on, this isn't a full workout. This is sorted exercises. My workout on here is what I call my full body workout. It's actually a sorted set of exercises. And so this is like a bunch of different things that I've done. I do not have time to do all of them. Like I have ab roller, and it's just, I'm only doing 20 minutes. So the idea is to see if I can get enough of a push on here, and then whatever time I have left, I'll maybe do a little bit of yoga just to do some stretching and get going on that. So I've had to charge my headset, my Bluetooth headset. So I'm going to put that in right now and turn it on. And then you should be able to hear me talking through my headset. And I will turn off my mic. I don't really need my mic unless I'm sitting here at my desk anyway. So. Okay, I think we're good. Let's see if I can. Nope. I was gonna try to turn on pass-through, but when I'm connected, when my buds are connected to my desktop, they don't have the features because if they're not using Echo's software, they're just there as a generic headset. When I use my phone, I can turn pass-through on, and it just allows me to hear a little better, a little less echo in my head. Sometimes I only use one bud, but let's see if I take out one bud. Can you hear me okay? Am I audible? Audible? Because if I can just use one headset, that'll at least fix that problem. I'll use one headset. If you can't hear me, just say so. Every now and then. Right? It's always tricky to start off on your own. I'm so used to using plans and set workouts and that kind of thing. It's like my brain goes, what do you mean I don't have any guidance? You're going to make me do this on my own? All right, so yeah, I'm going to make myself do this on my own. Now, when I go to the gym, it's not too bad. I can do a couple of the major exercises, the things that you're used to doing. Like, I do some core work, or I can do, or, a weights, bench press, squats, overhead press, do the basics. And then by that time, you've already done 20 minutes of exercise. So it's easy enough. In my case right now, I like to do stuff that warms me up first. So I'm actually going to start off with a little bit of stretching. Just because I want to liven up, and then maybe I'll do some crunches, which are an easy core. To me, things that are starter, very basic, simple stuff that just starts getting your blood flowing a little bit. And then from there, I will move on to more advanced stuff. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of stretching. So T90X and Insanity. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Let's see. Actually, all of them start with a little bit of cardio. Very little bit of cardio that I can think of. No. If you're doing Body Beast,
Okay, I'm second guessing myself there too. He does cardio. This is what he'll do for cardio. All right, we're getting ready to start. Just do a little bit of jogging. And okay, now we go on stretching. That's his cardio. He does start with cardio, but he literally will do 10 or 20 seconds tops of cardio. So to me, it's pretty much not starting with cardio. He'll do some stretching, um, just kind of warm himself up. P90X goes a little bit longer. Their stretching and warm up routine will start off with jogging, um, doing a little bit of sit in place, probably 2 minutes worth of jogging. You know, he'll do it in place, and then he'll do some butt kickers. Really, all this is doing is getting the blood flowing through your heart, getting your uh, getting the blood flowing through the muscles a little bit, warming you up, getting a little bit of warmth going through your muscles. I did go and sit in the sauna, which by now is worthless because that was probably 2 hours ago. That's how long it's been since I was there. I got out at 6:30, so what is it, 8:30? So yeah, 2 hours ago. So again, this is just about trying to get my heart rate up. Oh, by the way, speaking of heart rate, let's uh, let's see if I can show my heart rate. Let's see here. If Pulsoid wants to work today. And bam, there it is. All right, back to task. So you can see I'm sitting around 98, 97, whatever. So you do some butt kicks. What else do they do? Oh yeah, he keeps his arms moving. This is P90X, doing a little bit of just kind of. So now this is kind of hurt my shoulder. The whole thing I'm trying to relax, but this isn't really a strain thing. This is just moving, so I can feel that muscle that's kind of strained and injured. So I don't want to overdo it there. But Insanity has a lot more stuff. So wait, Insanity will do probably a solid 3 or 4 minutes of warm up for the Insanity stuff for cardio. But remember, Insanity's entire thing is cardio. But they do the cardio first. What they're doing, mummy kicks. What else do they do? Um, they'll do some jumps. They like to do the what do they call Heisman? I'm doing that wrong, am I? Let's see. It's just, I can't remember. I feel like my arms are backwards. Maybe it's. Nope, I can't remember. But either way, it's essentially 3 steps one way, 3 steps back, kick back. And you're just getting your heart rate going. Once you kind of warmed up, they do their 2 or 3 minutes, then they kind of go into a side stretch. Both of them do some side stretching. Insanity does a good solid several minutes of stretching. But again, remember, it's all cardio after you get going on Insanity. Now, this is on Insanity, not Insanity Max 30. Insanity Max 30 doesn't really have a stretch component. They do have a cool down component, but you pretty much just go straight into the cardio and you go for the whole time. This is a lot easier. He'll have you do a lot more stretching where you get down. No, I'm not even doing it as long as he does. Usually his are about 30 seconds per position. I'm doing about 10, 5. So do some deep squats. This will stretch out your quads a little bit. Also kind of engages muscles, which also warms you up because those muscles have to kind of hold you in place. And you switch over to the other side. Get those hip flexors stretched out. So, hey, Simply, how you doing, man? Good to see you. I'm doing a kind of a free-form Thursday here, doing a little bit of core, but starting off with a little bit of stretching first, just warming up, kind of discussing a little bit of the different workouts I've done. Insanity, P90X, Body Beast, and the warm-ups that they typically do. I'm doing pretty good. All right, so let's get to some core. Like I said, I want to get about 15, 20 minutes in of core. And again, this is my form, so I got to keep moving. Can't spend too much time talking or I won't actually get anywhere. We'll do some easy crunches first. So maybe 20 seconds or so before I switch on to the next one. Let's go raise my legs up. Then I can roll over, maybe do some oblique crunches. Sides, oblique crunches again. All right. Now, one of my favorite ab exercises, if you're going to buy a gadget, I call them, the gadget things, all the little things you can buy. They have the, what do you call it? The shock thing you can put on your abs and it shocks your muscles and you can feel that little, that's a gadget, worthless. Because that doesn't do anything except make your muscles twitch. Um, there's There's some other like ab balance boards and other stuff. I haven't used a lot of those things, but if I have to tell you one good gadget, ab roller. Now, there are ab rollers that I think are better than others. I think this is a pretty decent one. But, and I don't mean quality wise, I'm talking about design wise. Some ab rollers are really wide and they have like two wheels. Um, I would call those beginner ab rollers, but I don't think you need them. Get one that's just one wheel. Get one that's, some of them are thinner than this even, and that's probably okay. Problem is if they're too thin, I think they wear out too much. But anyway, so here's what I like. So when you start off with an ab roller, this is kind of like the beginner state, right? You start off on your knees and you just kind of go out as far as you can. You want to get down to at least this, all right? So where your body is straight. But this is pretty high, right? So the more your arms are underneath you, the more it's supporting you, but this is still a plank of sorts, right? So you're still out here. You want to keep your core tight. You're still feeling it. I can feel this in my stomach. Now, obviously, as you get better at this, you can go farther and farther and farther out. And you're pulling up not with your arms, but with your core. So you want to feel that. You want to feel your core tightening as you're pulling it in. All right. So you're lifting yourself up and you're lifting yourself up, and the arms just come up with you. So they're providing some support. Now you can use your arms, but you're going to get, if you do that, you're going to get a lot more delts and work inside of here. And it's good, but it's not where your focus is, right? So you're trying for your core. So anytime you're up into a position where the weight settles up over your knees, you're resting because you're no longer really using any muscles. The more your body sits up above your knees, the more you're getting some work. This is some work. The more your hands go out beyond your head and they're no longer 90 straight down, perpendicular to the ground, That's work. So you're getting work at every stage where your arms and legs are not perpendicular to the ground. So the further you go out, now I will warn you, when you first start with this, go slow, don't over press. If your abs are not already pretty strong, if you don't already have, you know for a fact you have good core, don't push yourself too far on this. You can tear muscles in your abs or strain them. When I first did it, my abs are pretty sore. You could almost feel those muscles kind of. Um, and even starting off on your knees, it can be very tiring. Now, there is the advanced version. Now, the hardest version of this, and I can't even do it full body. There are people who can, who have got that strength, but this will build up not only your abs and core. No, it's like a plank, except think of using an ab roller as advanced planking, because you're you're not just sitting on your arms anymore, but you do want to keep your arms pretty straight and pretty locked, because you want them to be just what do you call it? Pivot points. So I like to try to get full body length ab rolls, but I can't. I'm not there yet. Full body length would be all the way to your feet. So here, no real strain on my abs, nothing happening. But once you start getting out, just like with the doing on your knees, the farther out you go, your abs start to engage. So I can go out to about here, and then my knees have to drop. Now there are people who can go all the way out and pull themselves all the way up. It's impressive as hell, but it's not me, not yet. I did 5 of those. I'm gonna do a few more, and then we'll go on to doing some parallel bar work. Now there are other ways to make this easier and more complex. The closer your feet are together, the harder it is, because it starts pulling in a lot more obliques, pulling in more muscles in your abs. Also creates more stability. You got a core strength and keep yourself from tipping over. Wide legs takes away pretty much a good chunk of that side to side. Still works the abs. The abs are still getting it. Your back is still getting it. You just don't have as much of stability work that you're doing. So if you really want to build up on your stability work, the full round, the full Monty of workouts, uh, you want to start off, you want to do your feet together. But it's a progressive thing, the wider is the easier way to start. If you start losing it and your feet are close together, you'll do that. So be careful. Don't rotate your arms or anything in a way that ends up injuring you. I was going for 5, didn't make it, but that's all right. So there's a lot of ways. If you have a couple of parallel bars uh, and a pull-up bar like this, like a rack like this, you could have the pull-up bar in another place and parallel bars in others. But if you have something like this is a great machine to do a lot of ab work. Okay, so I prefer using straight arm ab work. right? Some obliques, some straight leg. Tell you what, doing that, if you want to do straight leg stuff, look up or, kind of upward. It'll help you get your legs up. If you're looking down, it's going to make it a lot harder. Also, try to keep your shoulders back and down. So you don't want to be slouching in your shoulders like that. You want to be up, sitting in your shoulders, nice form, lock your legs together. Okay, so now that's kind of what you can do with some legs. Now there are easier versions. There's knee versions where as you start getting tired, I prefer to start with the harder. In those cases, I know totally against the rules for me when it comes to weights. I don't mind starting hard. What I mind is starting at your hardest. You don't want to be at that point where the exercise you're doing is like you're only capable of doing, 2 or 3 or 4, because that's maximum strain on the muscles, which may not be warm, may not be ready for it. For one, it'll be hard to hit those numbers because it's your hardest set. Your body's not ready for it. Do a couple of lighter things and then try the hardest stuff. So I think the hardest stuff should land somewhere in the middle of what you're capable of, 1 or 2 sets in. Once that your heart starts drawing blood into those muscles, you're going to be stronger than you will if you try to start off heavy. So another thing on those, when you're doing them, as you get better, try to get your feet further and further out from your body. The closer your feet are to your butt, the easier it is because there's not as much, what do you call it, centrifugal force, weight pulling on your, what do you call it? I think there's a term for it. Probably centrifugal force is the wrong one. Yeah, something. But one of the nice things about knee height is when you do straight leg, unless you're really strong, as you get stronger, you'll be able to engage your upper abs. But if you're like me, I can't really get fully engaged. I can't do a V up. There are people who can do V ups where they sit up in a straight and they get their legs up higher. See, I can only go up to maybe 90 degrees. So if I want to get those upper abs, I have to bend my legs. And that's simply because I don't have the core strength yet to go higher. I have seen people who can sit there and they kick their body out and they can bend themselves to do a full V up. I'm not there yet. All right, so I'm gonna do some kickbacks now. How long have I been going? 20 minutes already, jeez. Now, of course, there's always the hanging things. And these are common exercises. You'll see these a lot. I don't know how many people do the straight arm ones. There's obviously this, but you can see I don't even have my back. It's down there on the floor. I don't ever use this. But this is even more of a starter thing. Now, you don't need the back thing if you've got decent strength. But same basic thing. All right. So now this is the other core exercise I really like. Now, if you ever want to do a planche, you know what? I'm gonna pull this out. I was watching a calisthenics video. Actually, it was one with Jesse James and his buddy. And basically, Jesse, his friend is the one that knows calisthenics. He's really good at it, and then he was trying to learn from him, of course. And the reason I had to pull this forward is because when I do this, my head wants to hit the wall. So I have to pull it forward. This is a hanging planche, and I don't know if I can even do it. We'll see. Not supposed to not supposed to bend my arms. You can see I'm getting slower, or worse and worse. I was just trying to get 10 in there. That got really ugly. I think I started off okay, but they obviously got a lot worse. Ultimately, the goal is to hang there and be able to make yourself totally straight. Straight arms, straight body, parallel to the ground. I failed, but that's all right. All right, so now we'll do my kickbacks. Now, again, I haven't mastered these because I know that the ideal way is, again, kind of a parallel bar planche where you're holding your body up, lock your elbows out, and then straight. But you can see that's not the extent of my straight leg planche, parallel bar planche. I don't really have the strength for it, but there are exercises that'll get you closer, that'll get you going that way if you do them regularly. There are the easy starters. Bend your legs, rotate, and then focus on your back. You can see that when I'm curled like that, my knees are kind of up, my back is kind of rounded. And you want to put that natural curve into your back. So you're going to lift your hips, rotate them back, get that lower body to get back to the natural curve. So when you're standing straight up, shoulders back, you're going to have this natural curve in the lower part of your back. You want that while you're doing the parallel bar. And leaning forward as far as you can when you do it. So hopefully you're able to get that up to a parallel state. Now, granted, your feet might not be fully extended, but you're getting that core strength of lifting your body up. And in time, you can extend your legs more and more and more and more. So up, kind of straighten. I like to try to lean as far as I can forward. And then you can see I'm really losing angle. I'm going from kind of straight to 60, 40, 30, 20 degrees. But again, just get those hips back, your legs raised as high as you can. Even if you're sitting like this, as long as you can get that back straightened out, you're still resisting gravity, still strengthening up the core in your back. Just get that back straight. Hopefully you're here, but if you're here, you're still getting closer because all those muscles that are involved in that are still working. They're just not lifting as high because they're not strong enough yet. But the more you do it, the higher and higher you're going to get. Now you can do kickbacks. Now these are the full kickbacks that I was talking about earlier. That was kind of a hip kickback. This is a full length kickback if I can do it. I'm getting tired. You'll know you're getting work if you could feel it under here in your low back. Upper glutes are all feeling that uh, pressure. Do several sets of that a day, along with all the other stuff, and you're going to start really feeling those abs. I'm already feeling it. Probably not as much as I would have liked, because time is up for me to do other stuff. It's already been 26 minutes. So there's my light core day. I'll do more in time. But for now, oh, it's 9:08. There's no way. I have zero time to do yoga. I really started too late today. But I do appreciate you guys stopping by, Crossbow Simply, coming by and saying hi while I'm doing this. Easy workouts today. Not much. I do feel like I got a little bit going. My muscles got tight. You know, I got a little bit of that pump, I guess you'd call it. That feeling of the muscles are engaged and they got worked. I might even just, before I go take my shower after meetings and stuff, I'll probably just kind of keep doing a few sets off and on for the next hour or so. Try to keep engaging those muscles, do a few more ab rollers and a few more bars over here, and kind of keep myself moving, get the abs, decent workout for today. I think it was okay, but could be better. Um, you'll see like the Athleon X, P90X, Insanity. They both have, all of those guys, not to mention a bunch of others, have very focused ab workouts if you want them, right? So they're gonna be 5, 10, 15 minutes of very intense abs. That's all they do, 5, 10, 15 minutes. Just go, 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 no breaks. Um, I don't know if that's better than doing slower, intense sets like I do or not. Just goes faster. So it's 15 minutes of super intense, nonstop, better than a half an hour of heavy. Kind of like, to me, I think it's the difference between heavy and and reps versus cardio. So they're kind of doing a HIIT version of abs, high intensity intervals. Where you're just going versus just doing good solid lifts, a little slower, longer breaks between sets, but engaging those muscles on a heavier note. So I don't know what's better. I just know their way is faster. So you get done quicker. You're definitely going to feel it either way if you spend the time to do it. You work out until you feel it. So if you're going slow and easy and you're not feeling it, you're going too easy, and it's going to take you forever to get to a point where you're getting that burn. And what I mean by feel it, you shouldn't feel like you're going to like you can't walk or bend anymore, but you should feel like those muscles are, if you stop for a few minutes and you could feel those muscles are tight and engaged, then you probably got a decent workout. They did something. Um, kind of your proof is in the pudding, right? I mean, if you start feeling like the next day a little sore, then hey, I did a good job. You got a pretty good workout. As you get better, you want to as you work out more and more frequently, you'll notice soreness and feel of a workout wear off a lot faster. It doesn't mean you didn't get the workout, but you might feel it earlier. It'll go away sooner, and you'll be ready for the next workout sooner. Most people say don't do abs every day, but there are those who say, well, if you do a little bit each day, you're fine. Abs are a little bit smaller. They recover kind of quick, but they also get tired kind of quick. So it's kind of like smaller muscles can recover quicker because there's less to break down. Big muscles, if you do a lot of heavy lift, you need to give them time to recover because it's a big muscle. It's like repairs take longer. There's more to go. There's more for your body to fix each time you break down those muscles. So soreness lasts a little longer. Recovery takes a little bit longer, at least a day or so as you get better. You could probably do every other day, but sometimes take 2 days. Don't do legs every other day. I think that might be a bit much. But then, hey, just total body workout, doing just that, doing all the major muscles every other day. So there's different approaches, but you still need to give it a break, especially any of the big muscle groups. Smaller muscle groups have a little bit of flexibility, but if you're going to whack your abs and core for 30 minutes every day, take a day off. Give them that break. There's a lot of muscles involved if you're doing all of them. If all you're doing is hitting your abs for 5 or 10 minutes a day, you're probably fine. It's one set of muscles. They're smaller. The body can probably kind of keep up with that as long as you didn't overdo it. But if you're really cranking out, soreness is just like any other muscle. If you break it down enough, body's going to have to fix that. It's going to take longer. Okay, that's it for me today. Quick and simple. Until next time, stay fit, stay healthy. Hey, and if you're interested in D&D at all, come check out our stream tonight, Active Minds Gamer. I'll have it up. We're going to be doing our D&D stream. I know it's nothing like Critical Role. We are not entertainers. We just try to have fun and enjoy ourselves playing the game to the best of our ability. And I'm the DM, and I'm not a great DM. I try. I throw a couple voices in every now and then, maybe. So, hey, it's just a time for us to enjoy a game that we like and hopefully not be too unentertaining to those that watch, and hopefully the quality of the video is not terrible either. Till then, take it easy.